Ropit's Adventure in 2100. Yes, as Nitzel already mentioned, this is kind of one of the classic Famicom Kusoge, developed by Micronics, who made a bunch of those. They're pretty well known for that kind of thing. It's pretty janky, as you would expect, but it's also really like obtuse, really strange. It's very unconventional. Like it has a lot of game mechanics that work in ways you wouldn't expect them to. And I think that's what makes it really interesting, and that also ties into the category here. So you're not gonna find this category on the leaderboards, on the speedrun leaderboards. This is basically the warpless one loop category. But additionally, I wanted to show off some of the hidden stuff in this game that most people wouldn't see. So I'm also gonna show all the bonus rooms. There are 3 bonus rooms hidden in the game. There's a bunch of other stuff hidden, but I thought the bonus rooms would be the most interesting and the easiest to show off as well. Right, let's get started. Here's our robot, our miracle Ropit. There's actually a girl sitting inside the robot. If you get hit, if you take one hit, you lose the robot and you have to play as the girl. You can get back into the robot. Apparently that's not even that well known. There's a guide on GameFAQs. It was the only guide for 20 years, and it says that you can't get back into the robot. It's a bit involved how to get back. I hope I'm not gonna have to do it during the run, but we'll see. Okay, coming up here is a typical Miracle Ropit kind of puzzle. You jump and you shoot in unmarked places. Not hitting the spot, there we go. And that opens the barrier, and here's the exit. But you're not allowed to touch it while this swirly pattern is on it. Alright, stage 2, we're gonna take a little ride here, a little boat ride on this rock. I'm standing on the very edge so that the fish doesn't get me. And here's the item system. The items also work very strangely. So you can get items either from that red orb or from a green triangle that we should see sooner or later. No, that's... okay, I think that comes later. Ah, crap, okay. Let's see if I can recover. Where's that orb? Wasn't there an orb here? Orb, hello? There's an orb on the right side, I'm pretty sure. So if you get hit, you play as the girl, and this jingle starts to play, and when the jingle runs out, she dies because she can't survive in this alien atmosphere that we're in. What you have to do to... what you have to do to get the robot back is to get power points, power items. So either from the red orb or from this... oh, come on. Either from the red orb or from this green triangle. Or from white power blocks that are hidden and mostly give you score, but also count for this recovery mechanic. Okay, let's do this again. So, from the red orb, you jump on it once, then you're kinda stuck to it, and you jump again, then it breaks open and gives you 3 of these actual P items, power items. If you pick up 1, that's enough to recover the robot, I think, from the red items at least. If you pick up 2, you get a triple shot, and if you pick up 3, you get a temporary jetpack, and then a triple shot after the jetpack wears out, which is also a bit weird. And for the green triangle, maybe I can show that off if I get some... I'm making all the mistakes today. I'm not sure... maybe I can recover this, let's see. I know there's an item coming up here. Okay, we might be able to recover. I have to do this way more often than I should, but let's see. There are hidden traps here in the sand. Where's my robot? There it is. No, go away. Okay, there we go. Recovered. I shouldn't take this many hits, but I guess it's a nice little showcase of how the game works. Also, you might have seen there just now, my legs got kinda squished. Got shorter. There again. That happens if you fall too far. Let's let those fall. So your legs get squished if you fall too far. And then you can't jump as high and can't run as fast. Okay, here's the first bonus stage. Oh, what am I doing? Jump up. Alright. And here's our bonus stage. There's a lion behind all of these blocks. And that's what we have to do. We have to uncover the lion and then jump on him, and then he says "Gao," as lions do, and gives us 5,000 points. 5,000 points is actually quite a lot, so you get an extra life for every 3,000 points, so you actually get a lot of extra lives in this game. So you can see I've got 7 lives already. I think for touching the exit you get 3 or 5,000 points. It differs for some reason. Also, that was a funny trap just now. If you didn't miss it. It looks like there's a full moon in the background, but then it turns out it crumbles and it can hit you. Taking the jetpack for the rest of this stage. It's pretty short stage. Yeah, this game has a lot of weird hidden secrets, so I took quite a bit of effort to write a GameFAQs guide about all the hidden stuff I could find. A lot of it I got from old Japanese forum posts, and then I followed up and tried to find everything they wrote. Okay, here's the first space stage. I really like this stage. It looks really neat. And here we've got the green triangle item. While the green triangle is stuck to you, you're invincible. But you also have to be careful because I think if you don't jump and if you only keep it, then it turns into enemies. The items love to do that. Like, if you let an item container, like a red orb or a green triangle, jump around too long, they will turn into enemies. If you open them up and let the items that come out stay around for too long, they turn into enemies. And if you shoot the items, they will turn into enemies. And sometimes there's just like a weird glitch or something where they'll turn into enemies as you touch them. Maybe it's just bad timing, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm scared of that guy. That guy should have spawned earlier. And we're jetpacking again. In this case, the jetpack doesn't last for the whole stage. The landing might be a bit precarious. Let's see here. Oh, actually, it works out. Sometimes I have to land on that dinosaur head, which does hurt you. But since the stage is almost over, you can just finish it as the girl. You can finish stages as the girl, that's not much of a problem, but the girl can't shoot. So if you have to shoot to make progress, or to open a barrier or something, then you can't continue as a girl. There's a big, kinda difficult jump. There we go, very nice. You're supposed to hit some hidden switches as usual. Also, I wanted to take that triangle, but that was an accident. You're supposed to hit some switches there to lower the bridge and to extend it. But you can do that jump, it's a bit tight. Coming up here is the second bonus stage. But this one has some problems sometimes. I think it's gotta be some kind of sprite limit, object limit kind of thing. Because there are these fireballs and that bridge down there, there's just too much stuff going on. So sometimes the entry here doesn't work. Okay, it worked this time. Nice. So the second bonus stage looks mostly the same but works a bit differently. I have to shoot these blue flashing tiles. Thankfully, because I've got the triple shot, it's pretty easy. And then you jump on the lion as usual and it says Gao and it gives you 5,000 points. the platform that you're coming in on and that you're riding around on only does like three or four loops, so you don't have unlimited time to solve the bonus stage. Come on, go away. The same guy spawns again. The game can be pretty weird about spawning enemies. Like, sometimes you scroll the screen and the same enemy you just saw spawns again in the same screen location, but in a different stage location, basically. So it's a pretty janky game, but I think even in that it has some charm. But the main interesting point, I think, of this game is all the weird hidden secrets. There's another big jump. And this is the most difficult stage of the game, I find. Might take a few tries, but I've got plenty of lives. Nice, that jump already is a bit of a trick. If you time it right, you can jump through, but you're supposed to turn that node barrier off. You're not supposed to jump through like that. You can turn it off by shooting the nodes. If you shoot 4, then it turns off. Okay, big jump. Got it, nice. Now I just have to get through here. And I mentioned how a lot of stuff in this game is just kind of weird. A lot of it you can actually understand if you read the manual. Of course, the manual's in Japanese. And if you play a game these days, you probably just play it as a ROM. So you wouldn't have the manual anyway. But the manual does explain some stuff. Here's something funny that we didn't really see, thankfully. Sometimes the game glitches and doesn't switch back to vertical scrolling. I'm guessing there's like a specific position where there's a trigger that switches the scrolling. And if you try to go, like if you route it to be faster, then it often happens to me that I seem to skip that trigger and it doesn't switch back to horizontal scrolling, and then you're just stuck there. So I waited a bit there. That stage went very well. Very nice to see. This stage is pretty easy. Also pretty chill. Get the triangle. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I haven't shown off the triangle item yet. Ah, okay. Well, I guess we'll get to it. I missed my jump there. I don't have the triple shot anymore, that makes things a bit slower as well. Whee! Ah, too many enemies. I wanted to show off these P items, but it's a bit too late. Also a funny little thing that you saw there. If you get the items out as the robot, you can't pick them up as the girl. Let's see if I can recover here. Come on. Spawn one of those items you had. Oh, they're not coming back. They're usually coming back once or twice. I guess we're out of luck. Yeah, the jingle is running out now. And then the girl sadly just dies. But this time we're playing this game correctly. We're gonna finish. This is a very easy stage. The previous stage was the actual hard one. I just wanna show off this. Well, why is it that kind of? That's weird. I guess that's like I grabbed it fast enough. That actually never happened to me before, I think. Also, that's just kind of weird. What? Okay, whatever. I think I need all 3 triangle P items to get the grappling hook. This game has a grappling hook, also something that people probably doesn't know. Here's a dragon. Doesn't always spawn. Doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I think I got the triangle again because I grabbed it quickly enough before it turned into the green P item. But so if you collect 3 of the P items, you get a grappling hook. I hope I can show that off still, because again, that's something that people... too short. People probably wouldn't see. So there my legs got squished again. I mentioned if you fall too far, your legs get squished and you can't run and jump as well. That happens from a full height running jump. So you can just squish your legs from a kind of regular jump. I'm trying not to jump too high here, okay. Legs still good. Let's wait anyway. These dinosaur heads are in the way. These dinosaur heads can actually be used as platforms if you shoot them 3 times, I think. Then they'll calm down. But that's a bit slow. Okay, wait here for the barrier. Also, that guy just wrapped around, even though this game doesn't really have wrap around like that. I'm staying far to the left here because there's a big enemy on the right side and I don't want him to spawn and come in while I'm still stuck in the barrier. Now he can hit me, that's fine, because the exit is right here. Let's hop in. Got 20 lives, that's a lot. As I said, you get lives really quickly. You get lives for every 3,000 points and that's not even that much. The second space stage here, there's only 2 stages left. This one and another big one, and then there's kind of an epilogue. I should have used these triangle items there. I guess we're not gonna see the grappling hook. Here's the last bonus stage. Duck and shoot left, and then this appears. Although with squished legs, you can't really tell that I'm ducking. And for this bonus stage, you have to shoot the one type of block from the left side, the other type from the right side. Ironically enough, you shoot the blocks with the big R letter on them from the left side, not from the right side. Right, did that kinda just in time, because the block is gonna disappear. The moving block is gonna disappear after this cycle. Also very funny where it respawns me here, right on this slope. I would fall off it if I don't press anything. Okay, final stage. The big rescue. So the story behind this game, I mean the story of this game is that we're kind of being pulled into this alien world, and our brother has been taken prisoner by the aliens, and we're trying to rescue him. And that's what we're gonna do in this stage, but not really, because we're kind of skipping part of that. I'm gonna lose my robot suit here intentionally, coming up. Dropping the robot, because it changes the speed of these platforms, all of these white platforms. Usually they would move way faster if you have the robot, but if you don't have the robot, then they go much slower. Especially these crushers here, they're pretty dangerous if you have the robot. I'm doing this very badly. Usually I can do a running jump there, didn't quite line up. Wow, 27 lives. This run is kind of going not that great, but also apparently not that bad if I have 27 lives. Okay, good. I shot that thing again. So if you shoot the items, then they'll turn into enemies. Better to just despawn them. Right, we're gonna lose our robot here again. Bye, Ropit. Don't worry, Ropit will be back pretty soon. Line the jump up correctly. Whee! And here's the only item in the game that gives you the robot back. And now you can see how fast the crushers go when I have the robot. That's how fast all of these objects would have gone. Here's some more of these node barriers. I'm not gonna jump through. I think you can do it, but I think it's too risky. We'll little bit of flashing, but it's not that much. I don't know what this thing is I'm collecting, but I'm doing a big jump here, which kind of skips the trigger for this next light pillar there that doesn't activate. Usually we would lose the robot there. We would free our brother, and then we would play as the brother and sister, but instead we can keep the robot if we skip that. Also, if you noticed the green spaceship after that section, you can jump into that and play as it. You can steer it, but it's really bad. It can just kind of hop along. That's not good. Okay, that's the end. There's just a small epilogue left. So now we're actually the brother and sister. That's what we would have played in the last stage as well. We hop into a UFO. And we escape. What a terrible affair, the UFO was enemies. You're brought back to enemies world again. So this is the end of my run. But it's not really the end of the game. It's one of those games where you have to do 2 loops to get the real ending. And it's just an ending image and the credits. The second loop isn't much different than the first one. The enemies are a bit faster, and I noticed the doors in this first stage are connected differently. They're much ruder than in the first loop. But yeah, it's not super interesting to do the second loop. But yeah, that was my run of Miracle Ropit. If you want to see more of those hidden secrets of the game, like there's a continue system in this game, but you need a continue code plus a continue item. There's a whole bunch of strange stuff hidden in this game. I tried to explain, to find out and explain as much as possible in a guide. You can find it on GameFAQs. And also, if you like reading like old fan pages on the internet and stuff, check out the older guide. It's pretty funny. It invents names for everything. It's pretty good. And if you want to play a better version of this, it has been mentioned in chat, there was a later release called Rubble Savers on the Game Boy, which is basically this game but very remastered, reworked. Not developed by Micronix and much better. And there's a sequel to that, Rubble Saver 2, which is its own thing, kinda. Those games came out in the West. The first one was called The Adventures of Star Saver. The second one was just called Max, I think. And one last thing, there is an orchestral arrangement CD of the soundtrack of this game. So if you thought, well, this is not the best soundtrack I've ever heard, it's very beepy, very bleeping around. It's a really nice, really well done orchestral soundtrack. You can find it on YouTube and so on. It's really good. I recommend it. That is all from me for now. I'll be back tomorrow with the wonderful CDI Epic Adventure Laser Lords. It's a very long run. We're gonna hear a lot of voice acting. So check that out if you're interested. See you then. Back to the host.